Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinals, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So SMU's offense will get first crack at it here. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David, up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position one, objective number one today, protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
They'll test the right side. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Guys, let's have a look at SMU. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a four-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So is it?
And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack. And the Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. Hauls it in at the 25. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So Stanford's offense will go to work for the first time. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Off the play fake. Lofts one high and deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
For just a second, let's take a big picture view of SMU. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
And he makes the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looking for blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. Last season, Kevin Jennings took over as the SMU quarterback, and they went 11-1 before stumbling in the ACC championship game and in the college football playoff. What does he need to focus on in terms of improvement?
Just avoiding the turnovers, Reese. If Kevin Jennings does that, and this offense is virtually unstoppable because of his ability to extend plays and create, his accuracy thrown vertically down the field, SMU has everything they need. Rhett Lashley is going to have a lot of fun calling plays. If this guy takes that next step, watch out. This is a team vying for the college football playoff.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Makes the catch. There he goes. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Here's the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. Got a wide open receiver. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Johnson. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Second down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Mustangs! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try the right side. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Brown wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Corners are going to bail. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the...
Hits him inside the 20, still going. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Mustangs moving quickly to the line. From the red zone, looking for a space. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Touchdown, SMU! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
He's got the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw. It's Jennings. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Unloads to the right. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. They get to him as he throws.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown Mustangs. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Complete to start this drive. Turning it on. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cardinal. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Utah is getting smoked. This is unexpected. This is alarming. And I've been on social and already seen a couple of recruits change their minds. They're trailing by 14 to Arizona State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quarterback may change this route. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Hit as he throws. And it's incomplete as he threw the helium ball, trying to float it in.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Caught near the sticks. It's Johnson. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
The Mustangs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Leaves it with the running back. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs, now out close to midfield. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Finds a man on the left. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Finally, a defense looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last two drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up fourth down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Second down now after the sack. Buying some time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
The Mustangs are in a mess here on third and a mile. Quarterback making adjustments. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Touchdown, SMU! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half, down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Makes the grab. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Stanford wants to push the pace. Brown will throw it. Here's a heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, you know the offense is going to come out trying to get this guy the football, right? He's their best receiver. He's their best receiving target. Great job on defense knocking that one away.
Going up top again. Fires one high and deep. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Stanford.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. they've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, here he has one interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big.
They stripped it out. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Brown wants to pass.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
To the air on second down. Slithers into space. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Bringing the heat. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air on first down. Gonna let it fly. Reels it in down the left side. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Cardinal. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. What a cannon this dude has for an arm.
And there's nothing more frustrating than you watch a Hail Mary and they don't get it to the end zone, or they throw it out of the back of the end zone. Great job by the quarterback. You got to put that thing way up in the air, and he does, and his receiver comes down with it. What a play.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Dallas. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Brown will throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They'll run it to the right side. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so This coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got it. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Mustangs have taken it inside the 20. They're going to ride this running back. Runs through a tackle. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. A first down run on the doorstep. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The Mustangs want to pick up the tempo. They'll try to slam it in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the...
Backs going for the goal line. Touchdown, Mustangs! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal.
And how about this offensive line? Third and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
And I think you hear about this chart all the time, when to go for 2, when not to go for 2. Smart decision. Second half, being up by 1 doesn't help you. Getting that 2-point conversion, that's a big deal. Now this offense up by a field goal.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. A run for the quarterback. Hard running there. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Got nothing on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, what a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. To throw, it's Jennings. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, SMU.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down, and it'll be fourth. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He's going for it all. He's got it down the left side. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after a big play up top. And the Mustangs in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Pocket breaking down. Fires into the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense.
And they will score. Touchdown, Mustangs. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Takes the handoff. It's Irvin. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
There he goes. Running through contact. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. Running back searching for a hole. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Caught in the backfield, it's Irvin. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. It's good. That'll close the gap to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a two-time All-American know this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Virginia.
Going for the big play. He's got it on the left. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, SMU.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. Makes a connection. Flying down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Stanford!
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention.
This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Cardinal. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David, if they... Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it along the sideline. All by himself down the middle. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting a drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Brown will throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Give to the back. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. All wideouts, no backs. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. He's got it. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
A first down run in the red zone. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. And the D deny them on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
If they can pay off this third and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Stanford. Fitted in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got him this time. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Mustangs are on the move. He wants to go deep. Touchdown, SMU! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Breaks into the open. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Makes the grab. It's Hall. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Irvin. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
And now on second down for this offense. The play-action fake. Using the quick game. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Just keeps slinging it. He wants it all. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Brought down at the 11 as he was trying to find enough room to take it back for the pick 6.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation, trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Time to take a shot. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense. And how about this? You get to start a drive with a first and goal. Defense might bring the house here. Brown will throw it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time helped force the incompletion.
Looking to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Fires to the end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown, so hold on just a minute. We might have a finish here.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
And this is why you keep fighting. You just got your score on offense. Now you needed a miracle to come through with the onside kick so you can get one more possession to maybe go win.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes the grab at the 10. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Under fire. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And that's exactly why this defense brought the blitz. You bring pressure because you want this quarterback to feel you, to get uncomfortable, to move him outside of the pocket so he's not sitting in there doing damage. They do just that. Chase him down, put pressure on him, and force the incompletion.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Here comes the heat. They got him. It's a sack. Took a chance to try to score the touchdown, and they'll get nothing. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. To the ground. He's got it again. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got to stop late. That's why you got the dub.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.